Yes.
That's right, folks.
You've come to the right place. I'm here on the Becoming Kings podcast with one of my very best friends, Shawn Brown. Thanks for being here, bro.
Yo. Absolutely, man. I am, just because of that intro music, I'm even more excited.
Yeah, well, I also have one of my other best friends here just making dinner. So this is a really highly produced podcast.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we do this the right way.
We do it the right way with great lighting. You know?
Yep. Studio lighting.
Studio lighting by candlelight, which
Yep.
you've got. If anyone's watching the video, you can hardly see him. Is just his face pops out of the darkness.
It's better
It's
that
great.
way.
Yeah. I've got my dogs that are wanting to gnaw off my foot right now. Like he wants to play with me, but he's actually scratching my feet with my flip flops on. I think that's always, it's like we're like Joe Rogan, you know? We're gonna smoke some weed.
Yeah,
even
first
though neither
day,
one of us
first minute.
smoke weed. Yeah.
And just get going. Get going, man.
Exactly.
That's the kind of show we're gonna do.
Exactly. Well, I invited you on obviously because you're my boy and we've been buddies since high school. So we've got a lot of material that we can blackmail each other with. But we also have a lot of good conversations around investing and men's mental health and raising the next generation of young, strapping, good-looking men like we were back in the day, you know?
Yeah.
Remember that time that we went to go to that modeling agency? Do you remember that? You, me, Sam, and Mike, and they were like you being you, Shawn, like definitely you've got the hard, jawline. You could definitely be kind of like Abercrombie and Fitch. Sam could be, also a model for sure.
Yeah, his was like youth. Like you could model, like you're one of those guys that you're 18, but you're modeling for like 8-year-old underwear.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sam definitely looked like he was always 10 years younger than he actually is.
Yeah.
Which was problematic when he was 22 and actually looking like he was 12. And then Mike, they were like, and you look like you're kind of all American, next door, Mike. And then
Mike was so shattered.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. It's like Mike was they were kind of actually paying him a compliment. And then they turned to me and they were like, yeah, we really don't have anything for you. Legit. Do you remember that? And I was just like yeah, no, I'm just here to drive them. I'm just the driver.
And they're like, by the way, if you want to model here, you need to pay us $400 for your headshots. We're like, wait, exactly.
That might
we're that desperate for some money though, man. That was hilarious that we did that.
I think that was around the time that I was sporting the Justin Timberlake look, where I had the double hoop. I had the hoop earrings in both ears.
Right.
I had the blonde tipped, frosted tip hair and the tight shirts and everything. I'm surprised that my family always teased me that I was gay. I don't really totally get it,
Yeah. But no, there was nothing screaming that you were gay except for all those things you just mentioned. And then also I had, just to make you feel a little bit better, I wore those just shirts that are so stupidly tight, right, as well. But I had a blue hoop earring in my upper cartilage,
Oh yeah.
So thanks to my ex-girlfriend for that. That was a birthday present, so that was sweet.
You didn't put one in your eyebrow, did you?
No.
You have nipple?
Never did that. No, that was Lewis.
Oh yeah. Lewis Howes, what's up, buddy?
What's up, homie? Talking about your nipple ring, dog.
Shout out to your nipple rings. Oh man. He actually texted me last night. It's like, what's up?
I'm gonna text him tomorrow morning. It's like, be like, hey, just don't come after us for talking about your nipple rings on this podcast. That's gonna become a huge hit. So.
Yeah. No, I mean it's probably gonna be at least 1 million unique downloads to this one episode. It's just like average for my show anyways. So
no, I think this is gonna become number 1 on Spotify.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Well, you're in St. Louis right now.
Yeah.
Which I can tell just by that tree frog that's making its noise in the background. Brings back memories.
It's the good old bullfrog, man. Just getting after it? I don't fucking know if it's a bullfrog or a tree frog.
I'm pretty sure those frogs, they were out at my dad's house back in St. Louis, and they were, all over the trees and all over the stuff. Is your wife going to come make an appearance? Is that?
Yeah, my wife just is taking pictures of me. That's how how big this podcast is. She's so like, much. I got to take a picture of my husband before he becomes famous.
Yeah. Because after this goes out, famous.
I'm not going to be the same person. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. St. Louis, man. St. Louis Mo.
Well, the sounds of the tree frogs reminds me of when I would run around in parks in high school with my girlfriend just to find secluded places to make out. Yeah. And not have sex, because I didn't have sex until my mid to late 20s.
Yeah, that was a good decision on your part.
Yeah, really good. Just gonna hold out, be a nice guy all my life, and sexually repress myself, and that didn't come back to haunt me at all when I was married. So yeah, good times. I'm glad you brought that up, fucker.
Bring that up, man. You did.
No, you totally did.
About going to the woods.
No, I'm just saying.
You're going in the woods, and bullfrogging it up with your girlfriends.
Yeah,
and
a lot of them. A lot of girls.
Just getting eaten up by mosquitoes. It's that time of year.
A lot of the heavy petting out in those parks.
Trying to make out.
I wasn't trying, dude. I was very successsul at only making out. Yeah. All the way through high school.
And then
most people
typically,
typically what? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, finish it. Whatever you're gonna say. Go ahead. No, typically what?
And then just jizzing in your pants. I was just gonna.
Man. No, I would never would do that. Yeah, I never would do that.
Yeah. Maybe that will be podcast 2. We talk about some of those stories.
Yeah, premature ejaculation.
Gum in your hand. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Some of those stories haven't seen the light of public day, so to speak.
Yeah.
Still stories for the inner circle. But yeah, I should. Well, I don't want to, disgrace my ex-girlfriends from junior high, so many years ago, and yet it feels like yesterday. The ones that got away.
They got away, man. They got away.
Yeah. You had a lot of ex-girlfriends too, Yeah. You were kind of like a man whore when you were.
So many.
Yeah, I'm making that up.
I started dating in 3rd grade.
Did you really?
Yeah, or maybe it was 4th grade where, you're like, you want to go out, and you're like, it just meant like you're actually boyfriend and girlfriend, and then you actually ignore each other once you start becoming boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's my girlfriend. I'm not even gonna say hi to her in the hallway.
Yeah.
Which
is interesting. Because that for a lot of people, it does actually happen once they get married. Then the last person they actually want to see is their spouse.
Yeah, that's sad. For sure.
It's kind of
yes. That's hilarious.
I'm trying to remember, because it's obviously so long ago. Didn't we used to say, like, are we going steady? Doesn't that mean like when we were dating, or is that from our parents' age?
No, that.
Oh, no, I think it's like, I think it was, no, I think it was our parents. I think back in the day, like in 3rd, 4th grade, I think it was like, we're going out. That's meant we were
going
dating.
out. That's what. That's what. I just said that.
Sorry, I'm sorry. There's so much background noise. The microwave threw me off. And my dog is, literally chewing on my feet right now to kind of distract me.
All good.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Going out.
Yeah.
Our parents were definitely going steady. That was a going steady day.
Right. Jesus. That's showing how old I am. Yeah. That's all right. Yeah. I had my first, not girlfriend, but first girl in 3rd grade said, will you be my Valentine? And I'm pretty sure I sweated pretty hardcore after that one, because I checked the box. Yes. And then she wrote, I love Johnny King on the inside of her shoe, like the sole on the outside, but like the sole where it curves. Yeah. That was big. That was a big conversation. And then
especially on the curve part, that's typically where the true things are written on shoes.
Yeah. she took it to the next level. As if that wasn't enough, she then wrote it, "I love Johnny King," with permanent Sharpie.
Yeah.
On the floor of the backstage of the lower school gym.
Oh.
Yeah, for about 15 years there. I think I remember visiting like post high school, and it was still there. I was from third grade. Yeah, I think someone finally buffed it off, but man,
dude, that's true love when they're gonna write it on the wood floor.
Missy Gantner. Yeah.
Missy, if you're listening.
Yeah. I think I broke her heart because.
Yeah.
Anyways, and that was fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade. There's different women to each grade.
Yeah. And I appreciate you calling them women, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they are. I highly respect the women of the village, even back then.
Yeah. Yeah. We're just not just girls, just girls at that age.
No,
women.
No, definitely women. My third grade teacher, I did not care for. She was really strict, and she was older, probably in her 50s.
Okay, yeah, and so old.
My next fourth grade teacher, I heard after the fact that she was told by my third grade teacher that, like, you got to watch out for Johnny King because he's like a total nightmare, right? Because I was not a good kid. I had serious behavioral issues. I went into third grade and I became this teacher's pet.
Yeah.
And my mom asked me one day, like, Johnny, what happened? Like, you had so many issues last year, and now this year you're a perfect angel. It's because my teacher was probably fresh out of college. She's probably 24, 25, and she had the biggest boobs ever. And I just,
that'll make you behave. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if there's any question of my straight or gayness, I was always a boob guy.
Yeah. Well, that's, it's the reason. It's the reason why,
I'm letting you hang out there on this one. I'm excited to see where you go with this.
Yeah. There's a lot of directions I was going to go with this.
No, it's the reason.
I'm just going to go. Yep. It's the reason why I'm well behaved for my wife, is just her big boobs,
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Keeps a man in line.
Yeah.
Feel badly for all those small boobed husbands.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Some people might be confused by that thought, but I got you.
Don't worry about it. You got.
Let's just edit this last 2 minutes out if we could.
Yeah, for sure. We're not going to do that. This is how it is. This is real life.
Yeah.
So on that, along those lines, let's talk about abortion.
Okay, that's a big topic for the first one. Let's do it.
Let's talk about immigration. Let's talk about foreign affairs. Let's just segue right into
list a lot of the world topics right now.
Yeah. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Who are some of your I wouldn't say necessarily mentors, but people that you like listening to, whether it be on podcasts, books that you read, content that you watch on YouTube, Instagram?
I got
some talking heads that you really enjoy.
Okay.
Don't feel like you have to answer right away. You can really sit with this.
No. I'll sit. The silence is good. It's good listening. I know that. Okay, first one. Have you read any of Ryan Holiday stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I just finished up.
It's like The Notebook, right? You wrote The Notebook?
No, not quite.
Oh.
Not quite. That was like, I don't know who wrote that. Like Nicholas Sparks.
Oh yeah.
See, I actually knew that shit.
That was really well done.
I read, man. I don't
you do.
read that book, but
no, of course you don't.
I just know things.
Yeah.
I didn't read that one every night. All right. So Ryan Holiday, have you read Courage is Calling? Is his most recent one?
I've not read that one.
So when I was going, just a few weeks ago, when I was going through some work stuff, when I was kind of getting outside the box, that book helped me a little bit.
In what way?
For lack of a more profound statement, like gave me some courage to go out and to get outside of the comfort zone and make some big decisions that I think will help my job out quite a bit and help the school out that I'm at. Yeah.
But what was his convincing argument? Like if I were to say, hey, Shawn, you should be more courageous. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to go do the thing. Like, that's not enough. Obviously he had something that was enough to.
I mean, I would sit here and try to be a little more prepared, but he with actual quotes that he wrote.
This is exactly why I'm asking you random topics and questions so you're not prepared. That's the beauty of this podcast.
Yeah. No, and reading him talking about courage, so he referenced, like you name a few of them, like in terms of who we got. Jesus, this is going to be brutal.
Jesus. Okay.
He talks about Jesus and his courage.
Great courage to let yourself be crucified. That takes some balls. Yeah.
Why am I blanking on dude, Winston? Of course he talks about the courage in Winston, when you're freaking an ocean apart from the Nazis coming at you hardcore.
Yeah.
And the courage that takes. So I'm not going to be able to sit here and rattle off the dudes Ryan talks about. That's for sure. I haven't retained obviously those components of the book, but he does make a really compelling argument about the fact of being able to make decisions and to do things that seem really, really challenging, seem outside of the box, seems like it is unorthodox, and that when you do things like that, you're growing as a person. You're pushing yourself just to be better. And so that book, that's just one of, I like all of his books. Stillness is the Key is good. Ego is the Enemy is really good. He wrote another one. You know which one I'm talking about? So he's written a bunch, but all those books are
the
good.
Holiday
right,
one, like the one that was based off of the movie The Holiday with Jack Black.
Yeah.
Jude Law.
Yeah.
I love that one. Very similar to The Notebook.
Yeah.
Didn't he write that one?
He did.
Holiday,
he also wrote
The Holiday.
I love when authors write books and they title them after their name. That's always I think a cool way.
Like Becoming Kings, Johnny King.
Yeah.
It's like it rhymes. It rhymes really well.
When you use your name, I think it's really smart marketing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I totally agree. Yeah.
I
think I was a C student in school. That's why.
I was. Yeah. You and me both, man. I'm the guy who's screaming from the mountaintop, like, grades don't matter. Maybe they do. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Right. If only.
Have you ever like had to like? I can't remember like when we were like in college, like trying to get summer jobs. Did we ever have to like put down our GPA on something? Did that ever come up?
No, I think the only time that had anything to do with was like for college, like applying for college. And I think my GPA was like 3.0, like between 2.9 and 3.1,
Yeah.
It's like pretty vanilla. Doing just enough to fly under the radar and be mediocre. Yeah. No, I don't think so. I mean, you used to work at my dad's office a fair amount, my dad's warehouse. I don't think you ever had to put your GPA.
No, I had connections with that job.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
To get that job, I had real good connections. You just had to be able to count to 8 because you would take 8 wire connectors and place them in those little plastic things.
Yeah.
For 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
For those of you that I don't think I've really even talked about it a ton in terms of specifics. Like my dad's business was like plastic molding injection, like molding and manufacturing of electrical and irrigation products. It was that stimulating, So when you hear that, you're like, ooh, that's a sexy business. No, my dad did well over the years, just selling stuff into like your home sprinkler lawn, your sprinkler system and into various other things. So yeah, we'd often, you and I would find ourselves in the back doing manual labor, like literally just wasting our life away counting things.
Yeah.
And then sealing bags over and over
and over.
Yeah.
Dude, it was literally like picture like a battery pack when you buy like, Duracell batteries. It's just like that plastic cover on the cardboard piece.
Heat
and that's
sealed.
what I did with freaking wire connectors.
Yeah.
Where I put the full, I could literally do it right now. I could do it tomorrow. And I really don't want to. Just 4 plastic things in it and just count the things. I got so good. I could like literally just grab without even feel, and it would be like 8 every time, you know? And then sometimes it'd be like 12. I'm like, that person's lucky. They're paying for 8 and I'm giving them 12. Sorry, Herb. But this person's lucking out,
Yeah. My dad's now pissed at you hearing that truth. Yeah.
Should. I'd probably do that more often than I should have. By the
Dude,
way.
no, but how many times literally would we
like
be doing that?
Time.
And then I'd realize a whole hour went by and I don't remember anything I did over the last hour. And yet I look and I have like 3 pallets full. I have no idea how many numbers of things.
I'm like sealing up boxes with the packing tape. And I'm like, and like literally I'd be like, I think I've been counting the wrong number for like all morning.
Yeah.
Dude, that happened all the time. Quality control. I don't think there was I was quality control as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then our boss with the purple hair,
Carol.
She was great. Carol. Yeah.
Carol. She's the best.
Yeah. She's the best, man.
I don't think quality control really came in until around the time that my dad and my mom passed away. Because my dad left, to kind of be by her side, and then he hired Frank, who's the president. He really put in like a Kanban system and quality control. That's where the things really started to take off. Interesting enough, I think the business, my dad in some regards, no offense to my dad, I think, and probably it'll be the same with me too. Like our limited experience as entrepreneurs or whatever, you have to learn when to get out of the way and let smarter people do the job,
100%.
So good thing we did that.
It's always good to know when to take a knee, right?
Yeah, exactly. Those were some fun winter and spring and summer vacations, though, for sure.
Yeah, man. So
can we talk about yeah, go ahead.
No, we can move on from King Innovation. I'll save some of the funny stories for later.
I was going to talk about something more serious, though.
Okay. Excited for this.
2002, Panama City, spring break.
Dude.
Do you remember any of that?
I just remember. I remember some shit went down. That's for sure, man.
Yeah, it did.
So should we paint?
Toilet paper.
We paint? Yeah. Yes. Should we paint the picture for the folks?
Yeah, please do. But use color.
So we're
not black and white.
Yeah. All right. So we're your typical like college sophomores, juniors.
I was
going down to spring break in Panama City.
Yeah.
Right. And we get to our hotel and it is an absolute cluster.
Yeah.
Like it's dirty. So you walk in and there's like one bed, there's sand on the floor, and then there's a wall, a door, and like 2 more beds. And that was it. And we're like, all right. But we're like, sweet, this is gonna be awesome. Let's ignore the fact that everything is dirty and they haven't cleaned this room for a month.
Yeah. Yeah. You get in. I remember vividly getting into bed and there was sand. This is like the first night. Like I'm getting into a fresh, clean bed apparently, but no, there's sand already in the bed.
Yeah.
That was gnarly.
That was pretty messed up.
Yeah.
So, but that did not deter us from the ultimate mission of finding some honeys.
Mm-hmm.
Remember going down to the beach and we're down on the beach, like hanging out and we're doing like the typical, like playing catch with the football. And we're like, overthrowing each other. So like the ball lands near like some girls like lying down on the beach, and like we see dudes coming up from our college who are wearing high tops on the beach, and we're like, how do we ignore them? How do we pretend we don't see them?
Wearing high top shoes on the beach.
Yeah, full on white high top shoes on the beach.
It probably is actually popular again now.
I don't think so. No? I don't know if that would ever be a popular move.
I don't know.
Anyway, what?
But keeps the sand out because they're high tops. You know. Yeah. I do remember. I think the very first morning we woke up, we were all excited, and it was like fogged in. Like you couldn't even see the beach, even though we were you couldn't see the ocean, even though we were like on the beach.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do.
I do. Every morning was almost fogged in. Every single morning.
Yeah. And then we walked down, and like there's that church group that would be serving us.
Oh my
breakfast.
Gosh! Yes, they were
the pancake breakfast.
Baptists.
Yeah, and they would just more or less kind of be like, "We know you're sinners, but we'll still give you pancakes.
We'll give you pancakes if you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior." And we're like, "Well, let's talk about this over pancakes." Yeah. And this conversation might take every morning. We went back every morning.
Yeah.
I remember though, we made such a good argument for our own religious beliefs that they stopped talking to us. So the next 3 or 4 mornings, we just would eat pancakes in peace.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're broke college kids, so those pancakes were like we wouldn't eat again
so good.
Until like dinner time. Yeah.
They're so good. Oh my gosh, I've forgotten that part too. So many good memories.
Did you Jeez, where to go with this guy?
Just put it out there.
So that was when did you meet someone down there that time? Were you making out with?
No, I got nothing.
Sam made out with some girl on a balcony.
Yep, I was the only one that did not. Yeah, just being my good old good boy, nice guy. Yeah,
you're probably holding out for Claddy.
I was still, I think I was so heartbroken from the.
Yeah. No, it's good that you bring this up because there's a lot of good non-inappropriate stories to talk about from those days.
Yeah, that's why we're ready to move on from that.
Yeah,
good times, spring break. keep some of those other ones in the vault for now. You know.
Yeah,
that's for us to know and for the listener to maybe find out later.
Yeah, I mean, should I tell the bathroom one? That's fine, right? Yeah. All right.
I think you can keep it. You can keep it PG-13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think it's can I just give it the spoiler alert?
Yeah.
Where you just ultimately got into the bathroom and let it loose and didn't have any toilet paper.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the only one that was available was a new friend that you had just recently met on the beach.
Yeah.
Which is kind of embarrassing for you to.
Yeah.
Like, and how'd you figure that out?
So
you just lift the toilet and really sit deep in there and flush a few times and bidet it, old school.
Not quite.
No,
man.
Not quite. Okay.
Dude, just knowing sitting there, it's first off, there's no fan in that bathroom. So I was trying to do this like as quietly as possible.
Which is impossible.
And she's just like in the other room, like
gut.
just waiting. And I'm like, totally something did not sit well. So there's nothing in that bathroom. Nothing.
Pancakes. Yeah.
So I used the paper that was the toilet paper roll. Like I wiped it,
cardboard.
Like the brown like cardboard paper.
See, that's what I love about you is how like resourceful you are.
Yeah.
You could probably, I was watching that show on.
So I MacGyvered that diarrhea.
Yeah. You like survived in the wild in that moment. You're like, shoot, what am I going to do? You know?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I totally did. Yeah.
Well done. That was really well done.
Yeah. Dude, have you seen? Yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, please.
I was gonna say, have you seen the trailer for the movie Nope?
Notebook?
No, nope. N-O-P-E. Nope.
No.
All right, we're gonna have to talk about it. You're that's your homework. Watch that trailer, and it will bring up some other topics for us to talk about.
Okay.
It's a Jordan. Okay. It's a Jordan Peele movie. Have you seen any of his other stuff?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's usually pretty scary shit.
Yeah, it looks pretty freaky.
Like a thriller.
It's all about, dude. It's all about aliens.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Shawn didn't believe in aliens until we started watching some documentaries that. Well, and then this was a couple of years ago, right? And then we started saying like, oh, the Air Force and military has released all their videos, so we started watching stuff on. Once you see it on YouTube and it comes like from the U.S. Navy, you're like, or the Air Force, you're like, oh, this is legit stuff. But you didn't believe me at first, and in one weekend of visiting me, you were a believer.
I was a believer, and now I can't stop talking about it with strangers. They're just like, okay, crazy. No.
Illegal aliens. Do you talk to them about aliens? Because that's kind of a sensitive topic, I think, for them. Because all aliens want to be respected, you know.
I agree
and appreciated.
Yeah. Illegal, whether they're illegal from this country or from a different universe, they just want respect.
Yeah, they're all legal in your heart.
Love. Yeah. Dude,
I'm still working on you in terms of Bigfoot. I really do believe in Bigfoot, and I've done podcast episodes about it, and I think
I've listened to one of them. I'm struggling with the Bigfoot though. I just haven't given enough time.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's like, why? If it's like out there, like, are there many Bigfoots or is it just one?
No, there's many.
Okay.
You have to watch all the documentaries.
And which forests are they in, or states, or whatever?
There's Bigfoot activity right here in Colorado. I had one dude on here that has Bigfoot museum, just like up in.
That's right. That's the one I listened to, dude. On a road trip, I listened to that podcast.
Yeah.
And he was on there.
So come out here and we'll go explore for Bigfoot, and then you'll be a believer.
All right, man.
Yeah, but I think it's a lot up in the what do you call it, wilderness of like Canada, deep in that
Canada.
forest. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of
land. Anytime you get deep into the forest, you don't know what you're gonna find. It's deep in that shit.
That's why I go. I don't go unless I go deep into the forest, you know?
Yeah. I mean, when I'm talking deep, like, you don't know any of the nooks and crannies. You're kind of just submerge yourself in.
Yeah.
It could be
I just go head first, typically.
You should.
I do. I don't know any other way, you know?
Got to just get out of that.
Yeah. Past all the shrubbery.
Yeah.
Deep into the forest is where I find myself. So after that collective commercial for Deep Woods Cologne.
It's a sponsor of ours.
Sponsor. Yeah. Axe body spray. What else you got?
Well, we didn't talk about who are you reading or listening to.
I don't actually. I only listen to my own podcasts.
Yeah, and just re-motivate yourself.
Yeah, I just listen to my own voice.
Yeah,
and I think to myself, like, man, how's this guy not been discovered? You know, over 350 episones, only like 300, a little over 350 listens. You know. And they're all in Denver, literally like in my neighborhood. It's so strange, you know? But I'm excited that once I get out my 1 millionth episode, I will have 1 million listens, you know?
It's good, man. It's good, man.
It's going to be a lifelong endeavor.
Makes you feel good. Like, there's at least like a good 450 listens. I've listened to a number of your podcasts.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And I appreciate all those texts and voice notes you've left me about how much you've learned from them.
Yeah.
The way that hasn't actually happened once. So
no,
clearly not enough. You're like, actually, Johnny, I feel more scared and less courageous having listened to your podcast. I'm going to go read a book that's actually going to make me more courageous now.
Yeah. No, man. Come on. Don't sell yourself short. You're rocking this.
Dude,
it's
if
a
my
matter
mom
of
was
time.
still alive, I'd have much bigger numbers for sure.
Yeah.
She'd be
we got
huge listener.
You got this.
Yeah.
She is. Yeah. You got your
geez.
family. Your Pete.
My mom's listening. Yeah.
She's always listening.
She's
right
listening
there
right now. She's rolling her eyes. She's like, oh my God, that's my son.
Yeah.
He's 42 and single. Right. No wonder. Makes a lot of sense now. Yeah. There you go.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Ridiculous for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. No, I do listen
for real,
to,
man. Who you got?
Man, I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, to be totally honest.
Yeah.
So I do like Jordan Peterson though. I've been listening to some of his stuff here and there.
Okay.
A lot of the stuff that I actually end up listening to are just audio bits off of reels on Instagram that motivate me. So Black Mamba.
I gotta look them up.
Do you know who that is? That's Kobe. Yeah, Kobe Bryant. Super motivating. Yeah.
Does he still play for the Lakers?
Do you know who The Rock is? Dwayne Johnson. He's a wrestler.
Nice.
Yep.
He's in the WWF.
Did you just ask me if Kobe still plays for the Lakers? That's kind of insensitive.
Yeah, I know. I kind of.
No, it's okay. Well, definitely not.
Was he traded? Okay.
Yeah. I think he's my age.
Okay.
No, I think he's probably older. If Kobe were still alive, I think he'd be 44 now.
Okay.
Who knows,
It's
right?
4 years ago, right?
Well, 4 years ago, he passed away? It's probably, you're right. But I think he retired when he was like 38, 37, 38,
he's getting close to 40. Yeah.
How crazy is Tom Brady? Do you hate him or do you love him?
I'm a little bit neutral. I'm a boring answer because he kind of is obnoxious to me. But the longer he played, like he used to really annoy me when he was on the Patriots because the whole Patriots team just was obnoxious.
Yeah.
But now I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm like, you're obviously really damn good. Like
now you get it.
Yeah.
Now that he's in his
mid 40s.
Now you're like, he's good. He's good.
Yeah,
I'll give him that.
He's really good. Good. Yeah.
He seems
crazy,
like,
right?
Yeah, he seems like he's kind of an enigma in the sense that he's got a good head on his shoulders. I don't know if you watched any like documentaries on him, right? He's hugely successful. He's 44, 45 now. Excuse me, right? So still crazy successful even at his old age. He's got a beautiful wife. He's got great, relationship with his kids. Kind of seems like he's got it all. Talk about becoming kings. It seems like he's figured it out. Yeah. But you're quite the husband and family man too.
Try to be. Yeah, man. I've got 3. Yeah.
3 wives?
3.
What?
3 wives.
Dude. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you take the weekends off.
Then take the weekends off.
Yeah.
Heck yeah,
family,
man.
You come from a huge family, so family was always kind of like a thing that you were comfortable with, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I'm one of 6. So being one of 6.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a big family too, so you get it. Like family's everything. And so, but I don't know how my parents had 6 children though. I have 3. It's absolutely madness. Like it's absolute madness.
How much
every day.
How much age is between your oldest sibling and your youngest sibling?
About 4 years. 9. Hilton is 9 and Emerson is 5.
Okay, sorry, I should have been more clear. 4 years, which is actually pretty crazy. That's freaking intense. But what I meant to ask was how much is the span between your younger brother and your oldest sibling?
Oh, got you. Yeah. Mine. Like 16 years.
16 years. There's 12 years between my oldest sister and my youngest sister. That's a little bit more doable, right? At the clip that you did, granted, you guys were older when you started compared to your parents probably, but if you had that many, if you had 6 kids, you would have had them in half the amount of time as your parents had all of you guys, right?
Yeah.
So you're twice as good of a parent as your parents are, is what I'm saying. If you do the math, it's like a long division equation,
math, math, it's algebra. It's basic algebra. So yeah, I am. Yeah. And I can say that because my mom doesn't know what a podcast is, and she won't ever listen to this. And when I say I'm a better parent than her. So.
Yeah. My mom really probably is listening more likely than your mom is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly though, I was thinking about it the other day that if I think about math, probably even beyond like the 3rd or 4th grade level, I probably couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like if you gave me any type of, I don't even know how to do like division. I mean, I know how to do division. I'm saying long division, like when you have the number and then you have the line and the next number. I don't remember how to do that.
John. So back in like 2001, I was student teaching. At a, like in 4th or 5th grade. I don't remember which one. And like, it was early in the fall, and the teacher was like, hey, after a few days, he's like, hey, you ready to give a lesson today? And I'm like, sure. He's like, you're gonna review long division with them. And I'm like, I don't fucking remember long division. And
did you say that though, or were you like, oh, okay, sure, I'll do it?
I was like, okay. And he handed me a stack of worksheets that the kids were going to go on after I kind of gave a short little lecture.
Yeah.
And on the top of that worksheet was the cartoon of like an example problem. So I relearned long division in like the 30 seconds I had. Oh yeah, you drop the 0 down and like, oh my gosh, I was sitting there and I'm like, and I haven't used probably long division since.
That would be
without a calculator
before the advent of an iPhone, but that would probably be like, okay, yeah, absolutely. Let me go use the bathroom, and then you run in there and like look up on YouTube like how to do long division, right?
Yeah, seriously.
But that'll be me when I have kids. Like, Daddy, how do you do long division? I'm like, go ask your Uncle Shawn.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. They could always ask me, and I'll relearn it real quick with that worksheet.
Yeah.
But seriously, like it is hilarious to think about I mean, that's another big topic, just thinking about schooling and just all the pointless crap you learn.
Yeah.
Like you get into like, how often are you using like Pythagorean theorem, like to understand the angles of triangles? Like architects, right? Engineers.
The vast majority of, I mean, if you think about it, I went to school from 4 years old until 22. And I don't think I probably remember 1% of it, would maybe be generous. That's kind of a waste if you think about it.
Absolutely. It absolutely.
So what's wrong with our educational systems?
A lot.
Or is that just me? Maybe I'm just
no. I mean, it's the skills of critical thinking, right? Like and being able to work with the team and things like that are what really you're trying to get out of it. But like so much of that other stuff, like you're 18 years of your life, you're like, this is the best we got. This system. Come on.
I know. You feel like things are changing? I mean, you work at a school and you're close to.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, the school I'm at like is all around project space learning, which is, like teachers giving kids projects to do and like letting them trying to figure out the information and then come back and discussing it. So it's not lecture based.
Oh,
so
cool.
like I just think about, I spent 18 years of my life daydreaming, spacing out. Like very rarely did a teacher have me locked in, probably some ADD going on, but also just the fact that like, you're just talking at me for 7.5 hours a day. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And expecting a 9 or 10-year-old to sit in his chair, all I want to do is run around,
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Like obviously you gotta learn how to read and write and all that kind of crap, but like, man, there's a lot of wasted time that we could figure this out.
Yeah, but no different. I think like I was literally in high school in typing class.
Yeah.
not paying attention to what I was being taught, but learning how to type only because we had somehow figured out how to put instant message on those computers. And the teacher didn't know it yet. Literally had like, AOL IM, and I'd be talking to 2 or 3 of the other people in class, like we were texting, but we were only IMing, right? And so I didn't have time to look down at my fingers. So I just was reading, and that's how I got to be a really good, like, proficient typer. Was not like going through the freaking courses, was just actually to like motivate me to talk to my friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she combined, I'd, hide the windows and whatnot, but
like, you're a little behind on your words, John.
Oh man, I struggled. I literally, I cheated a fair amount all the way through school.
Yeah. Shame
Gratefully
on you.
that
I would never have done that.
No, I'm grateful that habit didn't continue into my, like, I can't remember the last time I really like cheated on anything. However, I would say that like there's plenty of things I don't know. I just go to the internet, which would be kind of like, I just go to the back of the book,
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
All the odd questions on my math homework were always right because I just looked in the back of the book. Why would a math book have the answers in the back?
I forgot about that, man. I totally forgot.
And expect us.
Those are the greatest textbooks, right?
What the hell?
And then the teachers would be like, you have to show your work. And you're like, damn it.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to make this problem longer.
Yeah. Why are all my even?
Here, I'm going to show you what I did. I opened this up and the answer is right there.
Yeah.
And but that's today's youth. Like, man, these kids know that every bit of the information that they could ever want is at their fingertips. And so they're going to the back of the book for everything, man, as you should.
Before the iPhone, I had the graphing calculator, which is where I hit a lot of the answers,
Nice. The TI-83 Texas Instruments, right?
Yeah.
Remember Drug Lords or whatever the game you could put on that thing? Did you ever play that?
Yeah. I played a lot of those games.
Buy heroin. You're like, yeah, let's buy some heroin. This game's fun. Oh, you just got shot. You're like,
graphing calculator. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I want, John, we need to find the guy who wrote the program for that game. He's probably not alive anymore, but maybe he is. And like get him on this podcast and talk to him.
No, I know who he is. It's probably the same dude that came up with the idea of Minecraft, because I'm pretty sure the graphics are the same.
Dude, my kids love Minecraft, by the way.
Every kid loves Minecraft. It's crazy, but the graphics are no different than on the graphic calculator, just with color.
I know.
I'm always blown away. I'm like, how? And they freaking love it. They just love it. It's like Lincoln Logs.
I kind of love the fact that it doesn't have to be like some amazing graphics. It's just the freedom to build all your different worlds and all that kind of stuff. My boys love it.
Yeah.
They like know all the names of the creepers and slimes and stuff. It's hilarious.
Rick, who lives up in Boulder.
Yeah.
He's got his 3 boys, and his middle son just watches YouTube videos of guys they're probably teenagers now. They just crush out these mega
my boys do the same.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Nothing like watching other people play video games on YouTube.
Yeah. To learn how to play better video games. Yeah.
For real.
Stay inside and not
go outside.
That's awesome. Well, we could certainly probably get into more conversations about parenting and raising leaders of tomorrow more, but that'll be on another podcast. If people don't say this is if they don't say this is the worst podcast episode ever, then maybe I'll consider having you back, because I feel like I've done really well with this. I don't know how you judge yourself, but I feel like I've crushed it on this.
Yeah, I would have to say I haven't found my rhythm yet, and I don't think anyone would listen to more than 3 minutes of this. So I don't know if I'll ever be invited back.
Yeah.
I think this is
No,
you guys can text me. Just text me if you like it.
It just takes reps. That's why I have 354 episodes so far. I'm just now starting to find my rhythm.
Yeah.
That's
good.
I just gotta do that. That's how I got such huge biceps. Just reps.
It's all about the reps.
You wouldn't know anything about that. The strength conditioning.
No.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah.
Got to get up early and go for a run.
Yep.
Yeah.
Normally I would ask, if people wanted to contact you or be in touch with you, like how could they? But I don't think anyone really does.
I wouldn't. Why would anyone after this hour want to contact me?
We're not at this hour. They're not going to listen to it at the same time that we're recording it.
Oh, this isn't live?
No.
I'm just fucking with you. Okay.
Is that how the internet works? Yeah.
I thought this was live. That's why I was like,
Yeah. And cut.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah. Just follow me on Twitter, dog.
Yeah. You can only watch this at 10:23 p.m.
Yeah.
Which is the same exact time as it is right now as we're recording this in St. Louis. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's how it works. That's how podcasts work.
Yeah.
No.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. Can I ask you one last question?
Yeah, man.
Do you put little like snacks in that little pocket that you have on your shirt right there?
Yeah, just some seeds.
Yeah. Oh, you got some seeds in there.
I should. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I think this is like, is that a cool shirt or what? Or not cool?
Yeah. No, I mean, I feel
like it's too St. Louis-y?
It's missing the emblem for Transformers. That's what that is.
Oh, that is quite a transformer. It's California-ish. You know?
Yeah.
It's marine layer, and they're really surfery.
Is that why you wear it? Because you wish you lived in California?
I wear it because my wife bought it for me.
That's sweet. Yeah.
And that's what happens when you're 40 and you don't have time to shop for yourself. So my wife's like, here's a shirt.
Does she lay out your whole outfit like the night before?
Don't wear it every day. I wish she did. I'm sure ask her to do that.
And your like Spider-Man underwear and your Trapper Keeper and your lunchbox with your thermos. That all happened? Your backpack.
Yeah. But dude, this is where we're very traditional in our house.
Very traditional. Very quote unquote old school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have a great day at school, Shawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. She passed you on the butt as
she
sends you. Yeah. Do you take the bus or do you drive yourself?
No,
maybe you have an electric car that drives itself.
That would be sweet. I want one.
Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what your question was. Oh, the candy. Yeah. Why are you slamming my shirt, dog?
The candy.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's just a tiny pocket.
It's
which just makes your chest look huge, Is that it?
The bench today. I mean,
what are you benching these days?
I don't really know. I mean, I could tell you exactly if you really want to.
You did 300. You did over 300 at one point in your life.
Not over. I hit it right on the nose.
Hey, that's still 300. I've never gotten close. I've done like 265.
Yeah. Today I did. I was only working at the 185, but I was repping it.
Yeah.
My shoulder hurt a little bit, so I didn't want to go more. So
I'm repping 225 these days.
Nice.
In a couple of years, you'll be stronger, I'm sure.
Well,
just like me.
I mean, I can do 225. Today was a light day.
Yeah, your shoulder. Yeah, bum shoulder.
Yeah, I hurt my shoulder.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
It's growing some lips.
I can still touch the rim. Did you know that? Like I still got pretty much everything from the high school. Yeah, I can. I just touched it the other day.
Can you really?
Yeah. Dude, I seriously had the same vert as I did in high school.
Well, you probably still squat and stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I like
it's not like I have kids to raise or anything like
that. I body weight squat and go on like jogs. Like that is the extent of my leg workouts.
That's good.
Well, like trying to jump, like it's pretty sad. Like it's not there anymore.
Yeah. Well, you can still get it
but
back.
I will.
You're gonna duck before you're 50.
Get it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
That's the dream.
I wanna be 40 plus and dunk.
I'm gonna do that with you. I've thought about that. Man. I've honestly thought about it and like, nah, I'll probably blow out my Achilles and I'll be like, why the fuck did I try this? This is dumb. This is so dumb. I just blew out simultaneously both Achilles and tore both of my meniscus. And I'm just gonna amputate
menisci. Yeah. That'd be hilarious. but not. That would be so brutal.
Yeah.
There'll be days, John, where like I'll be coaching football and I'll like grab an arm shield and I'm like running around with the kids. I'm like, oh, this feels great. Just bump with the kids. And like, I'll like jam my finger. It's like, what am I doing? This is so stupid.
What are you talking about, dude? That
it's
you were doing that on the field in high school and college. Nothing's changed. You were literally breaking fingers, putting them back into place, busting chins, and just like you were taking a beating.
Yeah, we all were.
Yeah. So now it's broken nails and rolled ankles as a coach.
Yeah.
While you're running around in your loafers.
Benching 185.
Hey, dude.
Repping it though. Let's next time we talk, I'll tell you what I benched that day.
Okay.
So
just come out and visit. We'll go lift. We'll just get super swole together and we'll do some pre-workout till our faces itch, Yeah. And then we'll have a little bit of the heart arrhythmia, and then we'll realize that we're too old for this shit,
Is that what you feel? Do you get the itchy face? Is that like
for sure? Yeah.
Oh,
like
geez.
You can't. Yeah. But then we'll be able to check our heart rates on our matching Apple Watches, and we'll know.
They're one of our sponsors. Did you know that?
Yeah. Thank you, Apple.
We're sponsored by Apple.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. You make some great products in China in those sweatshops. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
You guys are doing great work. Thanks for taking care of the people.
Biggest company in the U.S. Yeah. God bless them. I just bought some Apple products the other day.
Yeah. We're wearing them. I'm on a computer. Yeah.
Yep.
They've got it figured out.
Yep. They're doing it. Can't live without it. Brother, thanks for being on.
Yeah, dude.
Absolute joy.
This has been one of the greatest hours of my life. I can tell. Do we need like outro music right now? Can you play like our outro music?
Yeah. This is
come on.
Here we go. Oh no.
Yeah.
Shit. I lost it. I had it and then I lost it again.
Yeah. It just sounds like another podcast you wish you were doing instead of talking to me.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, this is all I'm seeing at the moment. That's the first thing that came up on my reels. Some chick who just loves dancing in her bikini, but I'm sure she's not getting many views. So,
probably not.
Millions. Yep. Yeah. I don't have any.
Do you hear this? Did you hear that? What I was playing? No.
Sorry.
I don't know how to do that.
Can't hear it.
That's my technology.
That's right. You got to be.
All right. Well, I guess no outro music. That'll be for podcast number 2.
I'll play some out music. I don't even know what this is right now. I'm just playing some random house music.
Nice.
There you go.
There you go, man.
Thank you for joining me.
It's been real.
Thanks for listening. Appreciate you guys. We're gonna go.
Until next time.
Yeah, Shawn, you go to bed with your wife and your kids, and I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go to a rave right now.
All right. Let me know how it goes.
Single and 42. Yeah.
Text me when you get home so I know you're safe.
Will do. Thank you, brother. We'll catch up soon, everyone. All right.
Out.
Cheers.
Out.
Later.